Hi everyone, before I get into the video, I just wanted to say that this video will contain spoilers for Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc, Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, and Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. So you have been warned, alright? Thank you.
This is me. My name is Kaede Akamatsu. I just remembered who I am. Nice to meet me. I'm the protagonist of this crazy story.
Oh, no.
Kaede Akamatsu, the ultimate pianist, is one of the biggest examples of bitch you thought that I've ever experienced in gaming. Danganronpa V3 finally gave me what I wanted, a protagonist who was ready to take charge of the situation. Plus when I found out that I would be playing the game as a female, something that I've always wanted to do in a mainline Danganronpa game, I was freaking hyped, like you have no idea. But from the get-go, she seemed so different from the previous protagonist. She seemed very steadfast and unwavering. Not only that, she also wanted to end the killing game immediately.
You gotta be kidding me. I will never participate in a killing game.
She made it clear that she wasn't going to participate in the killing game. And unfortunately enough, this is what ultimately led to her downfall. Which, in my opinion, is no doubt the most gruesome, because not only was she hanged, Monokuma also used her body to play one of the most basic piano pieces off-key at that. Monokuma also had his audience boo her and throw stones at her, and once she was dead, he crushed her body. Also, a quick fun fact about this death sequence is that the piece that Monokuma played uses black keys, but when he used Kaede's body, he only played her on the white keys, which symbolized that she wasn't the blackened but innocent. I'm telling you that when I saw this death, I was bawling like a baby and I had to put down the game for a couple of days. I think it's safe to say that I fell into despair, and it was only the first chapter in the game. Why would they do this? I thought, I don't want to play as anyone else. Why kill her when there was so much potential? And at that point, let's get into the main point of this video. Okay, so before I go any further into the video, I just want to put it out there that while I would have loved to play the game as Kaede, I absolutely love Shuichi as a protagonist. In my opinion, his character development is really good, and in my opinion, he's the best protagonist out of all the Danganronpa games. I don't know, please don't come for me, it's just my opinion. Having opinions in 2020 is scary, but that's just my opinion. And also, before anyone mentions Tsumugi, in regards to the ending and everything that she said,
We are going to pretend we didn't hear that. Let's move on.
Kaede felt like a complete 180 from the previous protagonist in the sense that from the very beginning, she planned to stop the killing game. So much so that she developed a plan to kill the mastermind. And the fact that she planned to kill the mastermind in order to escape with all of the others so that they could be friends on the outside is honestly really touching, yet slightly disturbing if I might add. But nevertheless, she did have the right state of mind when it came to this situation that she and her classmates were in. Another aspect of her character that was different from the previous protagonist was her wanting to lead and take charge of the group so that they could all escape together. In the previous games, the protagonist would be a little hesitant at first, which in all honesty I do agree with them at that aspect. They're in unfamiliar territory, they're put in this killing game, and I wouldn't really trust anyone either. And they just kind of accepted the situation. However, Kaede wanted to include everyone in the escape, and this is also why when she accidentally killed Rentaro, but we all know what really happened, she didn't take advantage of her chance to escape because she didn't want to leave anyone behind. This fact ties into what kind of protagonist she may have been later on. And it was just a really cool idea, I think, that I had that really ties in with Danganronpa. I mean, you know how the central theme of Danganronpa is hope versus despair? Well, we know that in the beginning, Kaede was full of hope in the sense that she and everyone else would work together and escape. Well, we see how when they didn't escape, and how they lashed out at her for giving them false hope, she got sad that the group wasn't working together as one anymore. From here on out, this could have been the start of Kaede's downfall into despair. I mean, something that I noticed about her as a character was that she seemed to need and or want the others to be around her. She didn't seem to be a lone wolf or anything. So when the killing game begins, and slowly one by one the people who she was sure she would be friends with on the outside begin dying at the hands of her fellow classmates, there's no doubt that she would fall into despair deeper and deeper until towards the end, when she realizes that everything was a ruse. During the class trials, we would be able to lie on behalf of the culprit, because deep down, we don't want to believe that they would be capable of doing it. Only in the end, Kaede will realize that they did do it, and slowly but surely, as one by one she keeps finding out that these people are guilty, her descent into depression and full-on despair would continue. She would completely fall. However, towards the end, after she finds out that everything wasn't real, she will realize that the pain and the despair that she was feeling was real, and that's what would lead her onwards. Even though she couldn't save everyone, she was still able to survive with her fellow remaining classmates and end the killing game once and for all. She would realize by rejecting both hope and despair, she could truly end the cycle once and for all. Okay, so that is the end of this video. I just want to know what you all think. What did you think of Kaede as a protagonist? I mean, did you like her? Did you think she was too much of a Mary Sue, which I don't understand how she was when literally one of her flaws was what got her killed, but yeah. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back with another video. Thank you. In an interview, Kodaka has stated that Chapter 1 of Danganronpa V3 took the longest time to make out of the whole series. This is because the story needed to make sense and they needed to persuade us as players as well. Also, according to Kodaka, he expected Miu to be a character who would be unpopular with fans. However, that did not happen because she was voted 4th most popular out of the 16 students. I haven't met a person who doesn't like Miu. Erika Harlacher is the voice for both Kaede Akamatsu and Kyoko Kirigiri. And lastly, Kaede and I were both born in March.